DJI is preparing for another big step in the action camera market, and all signs point toward the launch of the DJI Osmo Action 6. Over the years, DJI has established a rhythm with its action camera releases. The Osmo Action 3 arrived in September 2022. The Osmo Action 4 followed in August 2023. Then, in September 2024, DJI gave us the Osmo Action 5 Pro. If you trace that timeline, it becomes clear that DJI has a pattern. Every late summer or early fall, a new action camera makes its debut. Based on that schedule, the Osmo Action 6 is right on time. And with the leaks we've seen, the target launch looks set for September 2025. But before we dive into the leaked specs and details, let's take a step back. The Osmo Action series has always been about providing creators and adventurers with a tool that is rugged, powerful, and easy to carry anywhere. From biking trails to diving spots, from mountain peaks to crowded city streets, these cameras are designed to handle it all. Each generation has taken a step forward. The Action 3 emphasized durability and usability. The Action 4 improved low-light performance and stabilized shooting. The Action 5 Pro introduced professional-grade features, edging closer to the high-end competition. Now, with the Action 6, DJI seems ready to push the boundaries even further. Let's begin with design. Leaked images show that the Osmo Action 6 won't stray too far from DJI's familiar look. The rugged rectangular body remains, along with the dual-screen setup, one in front and one in the back. This design choice has become a signature for the series. It's practical, allowing vloggers and creators to see themselves while recording, and giving users flexibility in how they shoot. The Action 6, however, introduces a few small but noticeable changes. The front camera housing appears slightly larger, a strong hint that DJI is making room for a bigger sensor. Rumors point to a full 1-inch sensor, a major step up from the Action 5 Pro's 1/1.3-inch sensor. There's also a new pill-shaped cutout under the front display. Its purpose isn't confirmed yet, but speculation ranges from a new microphone array for better audio, to a status light, or even a gesture sensor for hands-free control. This kind of detail shows that DJI is thinking not just about raw specs, but also about usability. Creators in the field want features that make recording easier, whether that means clearer audio, visual feedback, or smart gesture commands. The body itself looks only slightly bigger than before, but that small increase in size could be important. It may allow for more efficient cooling, larger batteries, or even enhanced waterproofing. Speaking of waterproofing, DJI is expected to maintain the same strong durability that the series is known for. The Osmo Action 6 should handle 10 to 20 meters of water resistance without a case, making it ideal for diving, surfing, or rainy conditions. Combined with its rugged frame and protective lens cover, this camera is designed to survive rough adventures. Now, let's turn to the screens. The dual OLED displays are returning. Both are bright, responsive, and designed to work in all kinds of lighting conditions. For creators, this means no more guessing when framing shots. You can simply flip between front and back, always knowing exactly what your camera sees. The screens also make menu navigation faster and more intuitive, keeping the device user-friendly even as its internal power grows. Of course, the heart of any camera is its image sensor. This is where the Osmo Action 6 leaks get exciting. The Action 5 Pro topped out with a 1/1.3-inch sensor, capable of shooting 4K video at 120 frames per second. The Action 6, however, is rumored to bring a full 1-inch sensor into the action camera category. If true, this would represent one of the biggest leaps in the series so far. A larger sensor means more light, and more light means better image quality, especially in challenging conditions. Night rides, sunset landscapes, dimly lit streets, these are scenarios where small sensor cameras often struggle. With a 1-inch sensor, the Action 6 could deliver sharp detail, reduced noise, and greater dynamic range. And speaking of dynamic range, leaks suggest that the Action 6 could reach up to 13.5 stops. For comparison, the Action 5 Pro was closer to 12.8 stops. While that may not sound like a huge difference, in the world of image processing, it can mean smoother gradients between shadows and highlights, less clipping in bright skies, and more visible detail in dark corners. This is the kind of upgrade that professional filmmakers notice immediately. Video resolution is another area where DJI seems to be aiming high. The Action 6 is rumored to support 8K video at 30 frames per second. That's a massive step beyond 4K, opening the door to ultra-sharp footage that can be cropped, reframed, or downscaled while maintaining impressive detail. Of course, 8K is demanding. It requires not only strong image processing, but also fast storage and efficient heat management. This may be one reason why the body is slightly bigger, as DJI works to ensure stable recording without overheating. For creators who prefer smoother motion, 4K at high frame rates is also expected to return. The Action 5 Pro already managed 120 frames per second at 4K, so the Action may 6th build on that, offering both cinematic slow motion and high-resolution clarity. But image quality is not the only factor in creating great videos. Stabilization is equally important. DJI's Rocksteady stabilization system has been a standout feature in past models. With the Action 6, leaks point toward Rocksteady 4.0. This would be a step up from Rocksteady 3.0 on the Action 5 Pro. Improved stabilization means smoother footage, even when the camera is mounted on a bike, helmet, or handheld rig in rough conditions. Combined with horizon balancing, this technology helps deliver professional-looking results straight out of the camera. Storage and connectivity are also worth discussing. With 8K files, you need speed and capacity. Rumors mention onboard storage of around 47 gigabytes. While not enough for long shoots, it's a useful backup for those times when you forget a memory card. Faster read and write speeds are also expected, making sure that the camera can handle heavy files without lag. For wireless connections, Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1 should remain standard, ensuring quick transfers to smartphones and stable remote control connections. And then there's the battery situation. Documents show two different battery sizes, 1770 mAh and 1950 mAh. This suggests that DJI may release a standard and a pro version, or simply give users the option to choose based on their needs. The smaller battery keeps the camera light and compact, while the larger battery extends recording time for longer adventures. Either way, it's an improvement over past generations, and it addresses one of the biggest complaints users often have about action cameras: short battery life. With all these upgrades, pricing becomes an important question. Leaks suggest that the standard kit, which includes the camera, one battery, and basic mounts, could fall in the range of $329 to $429. For the adventure kit, which might include extra batteries, a waterproof housing, and multiple mounts, the price could rise to between $479 and $579. These numbers place the Osmo Action 6 close to where the Action 5 Pro launched, showing that DJI wants to keep this device competitive in a market dominated by GoPro and other players. All signs now point to a launch in late September 2025. DJI has followed this pattern consistently, and leaks back up the timeline. The global rollout should mirror what we've seen before, with availability across major regions and accessory bundles prepared at launch. To sum up the first half of our deep dive, the DJI Osmo Action 6 looks like an evolutionary step that brings real professional upgrades. A larger 1-inch sensor, the possibility of 8K recording, better stabilization, bigger batteries, and smarter usability features, all packed into the same rugged design that fans already know. For creators, vloggers, athletes, and travelers, this could be the most powerful tool in the Osmo Action series yet. This concludes section 1 of our script. In the second half, we'll dig deeper into what these upgrades mean in practice, how the Action 6 compares to rivals, and whether it truly lives up to the hype as DJI's next big release.